Welcome to Today I Learnt About Countries, but today we're flipping the globe and looking at the wildest, weirdest, and most wonderful things that roam every corner of it. That's right, this time it's not about cities, cultures, or flags, it's about animals. Not just any animals, we're talking the most incredible creatures from every single continent. From the frozen deserts of Antarctica, to the burning plains of Africa, to the mysterious depths of South America's jungles, the natural world is absolutely packed with wildlife that will leave you in awe. This video is your ultimate passport to the animal kingdom. You'll meet creatures that change color, animals that defy gravity, insects that navigate using the stars, and predators that move faster than sports cars. Each continent brings its own magic and its own set of animal champions. Some are massive, some are tiny. Some you've heard of, others you definitely haven't. But every single one of them will blow your mind. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's go continent by continent, 10 animals at a time. 60 creatures in total. And trust me, by the end of this journey, you'll never look at planet Earth the same way again. Let's dive in, starting with one of the wildest, most legendary places on the planet, Africa. Africa is often called the cradle of life, the birthplace of humanity and home to some of the most diverse and iconic wildlife on the planet. From vast deserts like the Sahara to dense tropical rainforests and expansive savannas, Africa's landscapes are as varied as its incredible animal inhabitants. It's a continent where nature's most legendary creatures roam freely, from towering elephants and graceful giraffes to stealthy predators like lions and cheetahs. Africa's wildlife has evolved over millions of years, creating unique ecosystems filled with extraordinary creatures you won't find anywhere else. In this chapter, we'll explore 10 of Africa's most incredible animals, each with their own fascinating story. The African elephant isn't just the largest land animal alive. It's also one of the smartest. These majestic giants can weigh up to 12,000 pounds and stand over 10 feet tall, but it's their minds that truly impress. Elephants live in close-knit, matriarchal herds and display astonishing behaviors like grief, memory, and even empathy. They communicate using low-frequency rumbles that can travel for miles, and they've been seen mourning their dead, comforting distressed calves, and solving problems cooperatively. Their tusks are not only beautiful but powerful tools, used for digging, stripping bark, and defending themselves. Sadly, elephants are under threat from poaching and habitat loss, but efforts to protect them are ongoing, because a world without elephants would be a much emptier place. Blink, and you might miss it. The cheetah is the fastest land animal on Earth. In just 3 seconds, it can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour, faster than most sports cars. Built for speed, the cheetah has long limbs, a flexible spine, and a lightweight body. Its claws are semi-retractable, more like a dog's than a cat's, giving it traction when it sprints. But what makes cheetahs truly special is how delicately tuned they are for the hunt. They rely on sharp eyesight, stealth, and explosive energy to chase down antelope and other prey in open savannas. Their sprints last only 20 to 30 seconds. Any longer, and they risk overheating. Cheetahs are incredibly graceful, but also incredibly vulnerable, often losing their kills to larger predators. They remind us, speed isn't everything, but in the wild, sometimes it's your only chance. The African lion is one of the most powerful and iconic animals on Earth. Males can weigh over 400 pounds, and their signature mane isn't just for show. It protects their necks during fights and signals strength to rivals. Lions are the only truly social big cats, living in prides of up to 30 individuals. The lionesses do most of the hunting, working together to ambush prey like zebras, buffalo, and wildebeest. But it's the roar that really sets lions apart, a thunderous call that can be heard up to 5 miles away. Sleeping up to 20 hours a day, they balance ferocity with laziness, like true royalty. A lion sighting on safari is unforgettable. Powerful, majestic, and absolutely wild. There's no mistaking a giraffe. Towering up to 18 feet tall, they're the tallest land animals in the world. Their long necks, which are made up of just 7 vertebrae like ours, help them reach the tender leaves of acacia trees. But those necks are also used for fighting. When males compete, they swing their heads like wrecking balls in a behavior called necking. Giraffes move gracefully across the savanna in loose groups called towers. Their long legs allow them to cover great distances quickly, and their height gives them a perfect view of potential predators. They're peaceful, gentle creatures, and seeing one silhouetted against an African sunset is one of the most magical sights on Earth. Big, bulky, and surprisingly dangerous. The hippopotamus spends most of the day submerged in rivers and lakes, keeping its massive body cool under the African sun. At night, it leaves the water to graze, eating up to 80 pounds of grass in a single night. But don't let its sleepy look fool you. Hippos are one of the most aggressive animals in Africa. They can run faster than a human, and their jaws can snap with incredible force. Highly territorial in the water, hippos are responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than lions or crocodiles. And yet, they're oddly graceful underwater, almost like giant, angry ballet dancers. It's not just black and white. Zebras are full of surprises. Each zebra's stripe pattern is unique, like a fingerprint. And those stripes, they're more than just stylish. They help confuse predators, regulate body temperature, and even repel biting insects. Zebras are constantly alert and rely on the safety of the herd. When one zebra spots danger, the entire group reacts. They may look gentle, but zebras are tough. They can bite, kick, and even outrun predators like lions if given a head start. And fun fact, their closest relative is the wild donkey, not the horse. On the savanna, no pattern stands out quite like a zebra's.
The African rhino looks like a prehistoric tank and acts like one too. There are two main species in Africa, the white rhino and the critically endangered black rhino. Despite their names, both are gray. The white rhino got its name from a mistranslation of the Afrikaans word white, meaning wide, referring to its square lip. Rhinos can weigh over 5,000 pounds and charge at 30 miles per hour. Their horns are made of keratin, the same material as our hair and nails. Unfortunately, that horn has made them a target for poachers, and rhino populations have plummeted in recent decades. Today, armed guards and conservation teams are fighting to protect them. These armored giants are symbols of strength and vulnerability. Silent, ancient, and deadly. The Nile crocodile is Africa's largest reptile and one of its most feared predators. Growing over 16 feet long and weighing more than 1,500 pounds, this ambush hunter waits motionless in rivers and lakes until prey comes close. Then, in a flash, it explodes from the water, grabs its target in powerful jaws, and performs a terrifying death roll to tear it apart. But crocodiles aren't just brutes, they're smart. Some have been observed using tools, and they sometimes hunt in groups, a rare trait in reptiles. With armored skin and a lineage that goes back 200 million years, the Nile crocodile is a living fossil and a nightmare in murky water. Often cast as the villain, the spotted hyena deserves more respect. Yes, it laughs. Sort of. That eerie giggle is actually a signal of stress or social status. Hyenas are highly intelligent and live in matriarchal clans where females dominate and lead. They're not just scavengers, they're skilled hunters that bring down wildebeest, zebras, and antelope with coordinated attacks. Their jaws are among the strongest in the animal kingdom, capable of crushing bones with ease. They clean up what others leave behind, playing a crucial role in the ecosystem. Forget the myths. Hyenas are powerful, complex, and deeply misunderstood. Tiny but fearless, meerkats are desert dwellers with big personalities. Living in large, underground colonies in southern Africa, meerkats are famous for their upright stance, always scanning the horizon for danger. While some stand guard, others forage for insects, eggs, and small reptiles. They're incredibly social and work as a team to raise their young, warn each other of predators, and defend their territory. When threatened, they don't run. They band together and stand their ground even against much larger enemies. With expressive faces and curious behavior, meerkats are some of the most entertaining animals on the continent and a favorite for filmmakers.
Asia is a continent of extremes. From the icy mountains of Siberia to the steamy jungles of Southeast Asia, and from the towering Himalayas to the arid deserts of the Middle East. It's the largest continent on Earth, home to more than half the world's population, and a stunning array of wildlife. Here, ancient cultures and modern megacities exist side by side with snow leopards, pythons, and wild orangutans. In this chapter, we'll meet 8 of Asia's most incredible animals, each one fascinating, camera-ready, and easy to find in the wild world of stock footage. Let's dive into Asia's untamed side. No animal captures the majesty of Asia quite like the Bengal tiger. With its striking orange coat and black stripes, this apex predator is built for stealth and power. It can weigh up to 500 pounds and leap over 20 feet in a single bound. Found in India, Nepal, and Bangladesh, Bengal tigers are solitary and fiercely territorial. They hunt deer, boar, and sometimes even crocodiles, stalking silently before launching an explosive attack. Tigers are also strong swimmers, often cooling off in rivers and lakes. They're endangered, but efforts like India's Project Tiger have helped stabilize some populations. When a Bengal tiger steps through the jungle, everything else stops. Swinging slowly through the rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra, the orangutan is one of our closest relatives, sharing 97% of our DNA. Their name means person of the forest in Malay, and it fits. Orangutans are deeply intelligent, emotional, and even capable of using tools. They build new nests to sleep in every night, and mothers are fiercely devoted, caring for their young for up to 7 years. Their shaggy red fur and long limbs make them easy to spot and easy to fall in love with. But deforestation threatens their future. Watching one in the wild is both a joy and a reminder of what's at stake. There's something profoundly human in their eyes. The giant panda is one of the most beloved animals in the world and a symbol of conservation. Native to the bamboo forests of central China, pandas are built for one thing: eating. They spend up to 14 hours a day munching on bamboo, even though their digestive systems are more suited to meat. Despite their chunky appearance, pandas are excellent climbers and swimmers. They're shy, solitary, and famously hard to breed in captivity, which is part of why they were once critically endangered. Now, thanks to decades of conservation work, their numbers are slowly rising. With their iconic black and white coats and clumsy charm, pandas have stolen hearts worldwide. Smaller and slightly rounder than its African cousin, the Asian elephant is still an awe-inspiring animal. It has smaller ears, a more domed head, and only some females grow tusks. Asian elephants live in tight matriarchal groups led by an older female. They're intelligent, emotional, and communicate through deep rumbles and touch. Used in ceremonial processions and forest work for centuries, elephants have played a huge role in Asian cultures, especially in India, Thailand, and Sri Lanka. Sadly, habitat loss and human conflict have made them endangered, but watching them roam freely with grace and power is unforgettable. Meet the longest venomous snake in the world, the king cobra. It can grow up to 18 feet long and rise up to 3 feet off the ground when threatened, spreading its hood and hissing with a deep, almost growling sound. Despite the fearsome reputation, king cobras are shy and avoid humans when possible. They're found in forests across India and Southeast Asia and are the only snakes that build nests for their eggs. Their venom can kill an elephant, and they mostly feed on other snakes, even venomous ones. In Hindu mythology, they're often seen as symbols of protection. Regal, mysterious, and deadly, it truly lives up to its name. While the dromedary camel rules the deserts of the Middle East, the Bactrian camel dominates the cold deserts of Central Asia. With 2 humps instead of 1, Bactrian camels are adapted to extreme conditions, from scorching summers to freezing winters. They can go for weeks without water, survive on thorny shrubs, and carry heavy loads across vast distances. Their thick coats protect them from cold and sandstorms alike. Domesticated for thousands of years, they've helped build trade routes like the Silk Road. In the harshest environments, Bactrian camels are a lifeline and a symbol of resilience. Few animals are as instantly recognizable as the peacock, the national bird of India.
Its shimmering tail can fan out into a spectacular display over 5 feet wide, used to impress potential mates and intimidate rivals. The vibrant blues and greens are caused not by pigment, but by microscopic structures that reflect light. Only the males have these dramatic tails. Females, called peahens, are more muted. Peacocks live in forests and open areas, and their loud cries often echo through villages at dawn. In many cultures, they represent beauty, immortality, and grace. Truly a living work of art. The smallest bear species in the world lives in the tropical forests of Southeast Asia. Sun bears have short black fur with a golden crescent on their chest, said to resemble the rising sun. They're excellent climbers and spend much of their time in trees searching for fruit, insects, and honey. With incredibly long tongues, up to 20 to 25 centimeters, they can lick up termites and honey from deep crevices. Though cute, they're also strong and can be aggressive if threatened. Sadly, habitat destruction and illegal wildlife trade have made them vulnerable. They're rarely seen in the wild, but unforgettable when they are. Europe is a continent steeped in history, culture, and stunning landscapes, from the frozen tundras of Scandinavia to the sun-drenched Mediterranean coasts. Though often thought of as a land of cities and farmland, Europe is home to some truly incredible wildlife. Here, animals have adapted to everything from alpine peaks to dense forests and rugged coastlines. In this chapter, we'll explore 8 of Europe's most fascinating and visually striking animals, species that are not only iconic, but easy to find in quality stock footage. Get ready to meet the wild side of Europe. Europe's largest land predator, the brown bear, is a symbol of wilderness and power. Found from Scandinavia to the Carpathian Mountains, these massive animals can weigh over 700 pounds. They're omnivores, eating everything from berries and roots to fish and small mammals. Brown bears hibernate for up to 6 months in dens during the harsh winters, slowing their metabolism to survive without eating. Despite their size, they can run up to 30 miles per hour and swim across rivers with ease. Today, conservation efforts are helping brown bears recover in many parts of Europe. A sighting is a rare and thrilling reminder of nature's resilience. One of Europe's most iconic ungulates, the red deer is known for its impressive antlers and graceful movements. Males grow large branching antlers each year, which they shed after the mating season. They inhabit woodlands and open grasslands across Europe and are especially famous in Scotland and the Carpathians. Red deer are herbivores, feeding on grasses, leaves, and shoots. During the rutting season, stags compete fiercely by roaring and locking antlers to win mates. Their haunting calls echo through forests in autumn, creating one of Europe's most spectacular natural soundscapes. Soaring high over Europe's mountains and forests, the golden eagle is a master of the skies. With a wingspan of up to 7 feet, this bird of prey hunts small mammals, birds, and reptiles with incredible precision. Golden eagles have keen eyesight, up to 8 times sharper than humans, allowing them to spot prey from miles away. They build massive nests on cliffs or in tall trees, often returning to the same spot year after year. Found in the Scottish Highlands, the Alps, and parts of Spain, these eagles are symbols of strength and freedom. Watching one glide effortlessly on thermals is a breathtaking sight. Europe's badgers are stout nocturnal mammals with distinctive black and white facial markings. They live in complex underground burrow systems called setts, often shared by extended family groups. Badgers are omnivorous, feasting on earthworms, insects, small mammals, fruits, and roots. They're known for their strong claws, which help them dig extensive tunnels and forage for food. Despite their fierce reputation, badgers are generally shy and avoid human contact. Their habit of emerging at dusk makes them a favorite subject for wildlife photographers. The largest member of the deer family, the Eurasian elk, or moose, is a towering giant of northern Europe's forests and wetlands. Adult males can stand over 7 feet tall at the shoulder and weigh up to 1,500 pounds. Moose are browsers, feeding on twigs, bark, and aquatic plants, often wading into lakes and rivers to feed. They have broad, palmate antlers that can span up to 6 feet across, used in battles during mating season. Despite their size, moose are surprisingly agile swimmers and runners. The sight of a solitary moose emerging from misty woods is an unforgettable symbol of wild Europe. Small but mighty, the European robin is instantly recognizable by its bright orange-red breast. Common in gardens and woodlands across Europe, robins are bold and curious birds often seen hopping close to humans. They sing melodious tunes throughout much of the year, especially during the breeding season. Robins are territorial and can be quite feisty when defending their patch. They feed mainly on insects, spiders, and berries, helping control garden pests. A favorite of folklore and Christmas cards alike, the robin is a symbol of hope and renewal, sleek, playful, and aquatic. The European otter is a master of rivers, lakes, and coastal waters. They have thick fur that keeps them warm, webbed feet for swimming, and sharp teeth for catching fish, frogs, and crustaceans. Otters are solitary animals, often spotted sliding into the water or juggling their catch on riverbanks. They're excellent hunters, using their whiskers to detect prey in murky waters. Conservation efforts have helped otter populations rebound after declines caused by pollution and habitat loss. Seeing an otter in the wild is a charming glimpse into Europe's freshwater ecosystems. Found in the Rocky Mountains of the Alps and the Carpathians, the chamois is a nimble mountain goat antelope. With short, hooked horns and a compact build, they're perfectly adapted to steep, rugged terrain. Chamois are agile climbers, able to jump between rocks and scale cliffs to escape predators. They graze on grasses, herbs, and shrubs, and are especially active at dawn and dusk. In winter, their thick fur keeps them warm against biting cold. Their sure-footedness and resilience make them true symbols of Europe's highlands.
North America is a continent of vast landscapes and rich biodiversity, from the Arctic tundras of Canada to the deserts of the Southwest, and from the Great Plains to the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest. Home to iconic species that have shaped the continent's natural heritage, North America offers a spectacular range of wildlife that thrives in a variety of habitats. In this chapter, we'll explore 8 of the continent's most incredible and photogenic animals, species that are easy to find in stock footage and a joy to learn about. Let's embark on a journey through the wilds of North America. The bald eagle is a symbol of strength and freedom in North America, especially in the United States. With its white head and tail contrasting its dark brown body, it's instantly recognizable and majestic. Bald eagles have keen eyesight and powerful talons to catch fish, their favorite prey. They build massive nests called eyries in tall trees or cliffs, sometimes reusing the same nest for years, adding to it each season. Bald eagles were once endangered due to pesticides, but have made a stunning recovery thanks to conservation efforts. Seeing one soar over a lake or river is a quintessential North American wildlife experience. Common across much of the continent, the white-tailed deer is known for the flash of white under its tail when it runs. They thrive in forests, fields, and even suburban areas, adapting well to human presence. Males grow branched antlers each year, which they shed and regrow. White-tailed deer are herbivores, feeding on leaves, twigs, and grasses. Their speed and agility help them escape predators like coyotes and bobcats. Their graceful movements and widespread presence make them a familiar and beloved animal. The beaver is an ecosystem engineer, famous for building dams and lodges that create wetlands. With powerful teeth that never stop growing, beavers chew through trees to gather building materials. Their dams slow down streams, creating habitats that support fish, birds, and other wildlife. Beavers have webbed feet and a flat paddle-shaped tail that help them swim expertly. They communicate with loud tail slaps on the water surface to warn others of danger. Thanks to their habitat-building skills, beavers play a vital role in maintaining North America's wetlands. A stealthy hunter of the night, the The great horned owl is one of North America's most widespread and adaptable owls. Recognizable by its horns, actually tufts of feathers, and piercing yellow eyes, it can thrive in forests, deserts, and urban areas. Great horned owls prey on a wide variety of animals, from rodents and rabbits to other birds, using silent flight and sharp talons. Their deep hoots echo through the night, a haunting and iconic sound. Despite their fearsome reputation, they help control rodent populations and are an important part of the ecosystem. Known as the fastest animal on Earth, the peregrine falcon can reach speeds over 240 miles per hour in a hunting dive. They have sleek bodies, powerful wings, and keen eyesight that make them deadly hunters of birds mid-flight. Peregrine falcons nest on cliff edges and increasingly on tall city buildings, adapting well to urban life. Once endangered due to pesticides like DDT, they have rebounded impressively thanks to conservation efforts. Watching one zoom across the sky is a breathtaking display of speed and precision. Unique to North America, the pronghorn is the continent's fastest land animal, capable of speeds up to 55 miles per hour. It roams the grasslands and deserts of the western US and Canada. Pronghorns have distinctive white markings and curved horns that shed their outer sheath annually. They're herbivores, feeding mainly on grasses and shrubs, and rely on their speed and keen eyesight to escape predators. Pronghorns are often called speed goats, and are one of the most iconic animals of the American West. Playful and agile, the North American river otter thrives in rivers, lakes, and coastal areas. They have thick fur that keeps them warm in cold water, and webbed feet for excellent swimming. Otters hunt fish, amphibians, and crustaceans, often seen sliding down riverbanks or chasing each other in the water. They're social animals, living in family groups and communicating with whistles and chirps. Thanks to conservation efforts, river otter populations have bounced back after past declines. The American black bear is the most widely distributed bear species in North America. They vary in color from black to brown and even cinnamon, depending on the region. Black bears are omnivores, eating berries, nuts, insects, and sometimes small mammals. They're excellent climbers and swimmers and can run surprisingly fast. Though generally shy, they can be curious and bold when humans encroach on their territory. Black bears play a crucial role in forest ecosystems by dispersing seeds and controlling insect populations. South America is a land bursting with life. From the dense Amazon rainforest to the vast pampas grasslands and towering Andes mountains, this continent boasts some of the most unique and vibrant wildlife on Earth, animals adapted to its diverse ecosystems from tropical jungles to high-altitude plateaus. In this chapter, we'll explore 8 remarkable South American animals that are not only fascinating, but also have plenty of quality stock footage available. Get ready for a colorful journey into South America's wild heart. One of the most dazzling birds in the world, the scarlet macaw is instantly recognizable by its bright red, yellow, and blue feathers. These intelligent parrots live in the tropical rainforests of the Amazon basin. Scarlet macaws are social birds, often flying in pairs or flocks, and are known for their loud, raucous calls. They feed on a diet of fruits, nuts, and seeds, sometimes cracking open hard shells with their strong beaks. Their vibrant plumage makes them a favorite subject for wildlife photography and a symbol of rainforest beauty. The green anaconda is one of the largest and heaviest snakes on the planet, inhabiting swamps, rivers, and wetlands in South America. These massive constrictors can reach lengths of over 20 feet and weigh up to 550 pounds. Anacondas are excellent swimmers, spending much of their time in water, hunting fish, birds, mammals, and even caimans. Despite their fearsome reputation, they avoid humans and are elusive by nature. Their size and power make them a true giant of South American wildlife. Native to the Andes Mountains, llamas are domesticated relatives of wild South American camelids. They have thick, woolly coats that protect them from cold, high-altitude climates. Llamas are pack animals used for carrying goods by local people for centuries. They're gentle, intelligent, and communicate with a series of humming sounds. Llamas graze on grasses and shrubs and have a unique split lip that helps them forage tough mountain plants. They're an iconic part of Andean culture and landscape. Famous for their slow movements, three-toed sloths are tree-dwelling mammals found in South America's tropical forests. Their slow metabolism and strong claws help them cling to branches as they move at a relaxed pace. They feed mainly on leaves, which take a long time to digest, explaining their sluggish lifestyle. Sloths have a symbiotic relationship with algae growing on their fur, providing camouflage in the treetops. Despite their slow speed, they're expert swimmers and surprisingly agile in water.
Toucans are instantly recognizable by their enormous, colorful beaks, which can be nearly as long as their bodies. They live in the rainforests and use their bills to reach and peel fruit, their primary diet. Toucans are social birds, often seen hopping between branches in small groups. Their loud calls echo through the forest, helping them communicate in dense vegetation. Beyond their striking appearance, toucans play a key role in seed dispersal, supporting forest regeneration. The jaguar is the largest cat in the Americas and one of the most powerful big cats worldwide. Found mainly in the Amazon basin, it's a solitary predator known for its strength and stealth. Jaguars hunt a wide variety of prey, including deer, capybaras, and caimans, often ambushing from the water's edge. They have a distinctive coat pattern with rosettes and spots that provide camouflage in dense jungle. Despite habitat loss and hunting pressures, jaguars remain a symbol of wild South America and a top predator. Capuchin monkeys are highly intelligent and agile primates found throughout Central and South America's forests. They use tools like rocks and sticks to forage for food, demonstrating remarkable problem-solving skills. Capuchins have a varied diet, including fruits, insects, and small vertebrates. They live in social groups with complex communication systems involving vocalizations and facial expressions. Their playful behavior and expressive faces make them popular in wildlife documentaries and stock footage. Welcome to Antarctica, the coldest, driest, and windiest continent on Earth. A land of snow, ice, and silence, where temperatures can drop below -60 degrees Celsius and the sun disappears for months at a time. Despite these brutal conditions, life survives and even thrives. From the icy waters to the wind-blasted shores, Antarctica is home to some of the most fascinating and resilient animals on the planet. Let's meet 6 of the continent's coolest creatures. Literally. The emperor penguin is the largest of all penguin species, and perhaps the most iconic resident of Antarctica. Standing nearly 4 feet tall, these birds endure the harshest breeding conditions of any animal on Earth. In winter, males huddle together in massive colonies, incubating eggs on their feet in sub-zero temperatures, while the females hunt for food at sea. They rely on tightly packed huddles and layers of feathers for warmth. Emperor penguins are excellent swimmers, diving to depths of over 500 meters in search of fish and squid. They are true masters of survival in the world's harshest climate. Smaller than emperors, but no less spirited, Adelie penguins are some of Antarctica's most entertaining birds. They have white-ringed eyes, tuxedo-like feathers, and a bold, curious personality. Adelies nest on rocky beaches, building small mounds of stones to protect their eggs from melting snow. They're agile swimmers, darting through the water to catch krill, their main food source. Watching an Adelie waddle across the ice or belly slide into the sea is both charming and unforgettable. During the Southern Hemisphere's summer, humpback whales migrate to the waters around Antarctica to feed. These giants can grow up to 50 feet long and weigh around 40 tons. Yet they move with grace and power. They feed by lunging through swarms of krill, using a method called bubble net feeding, where they blow bubbles to trap prey in tight circles. Humpbacks are also known for their haunting songs, which can travel for miles through the ocean. Despite their size, they're gentle giants, and one of the most breathtaking sights in Antarctic waters. Not everything in Antarctica is cute. Enter the South Polar skua. This large seabird is a fierce predator and scavenger, often stealing food from penguins or feeding on their eggs and chicks. They may not win popularity contests, but they play a vital role in the ecosystem as opportunistic hunters. Strong flyers with powerful builds, skuas migrate thousands of miles between breeding and wintering grounds. They're a reminder that even in the harshest environments, nature doesn't waste a single opportunity. Weddell seals are expert divers and one of the southernmost living mammals on Earth. They can dive to depths of 600 meters and hold their breath for over an hour as they search for fish and squid beneath the ice. To breathe, they use their teeth to maintain breathing holes in the ice, even in freezing conditions. Weddell seals are surprisingly relaxed around humans and often seen lounging on the ice with a content look. They're tough, resourceful, and perfectly adapted to life on the frozen frontier. Sleek, powerful, and a little terrifying, the leopard seal is one of Antarctica's top predators. Named for its spotted coat and aggressive nature, it feeds on penguins, fish, and even other seals. Leopard seals are excellent swimmers, with strong jaws and long, snake-like bodies built for stealthy ambushes in the water. While they spend most of their time in the sea, they haul out onto the ice to rest between hunts. They're solitary, mysterious, and perfectly designed for the Antarctic food chain.
Australia is like nowhere else on Earth. Isolated for millions of years, it's a continent where evolution ran wild, and the results are downright amazing. Over 80% of Australian animals are found nowhere else in the world. From tree-dwelling marsupials to egg-laying mammals and some of the deadliest creatures on the planet, Australia's wildlife is equal parts beautiful, bizarre, and bold. Let's meet 8 of the most incredible and camera-ready animals from down under. The red kangaroo is the largest marsupial on Earth, and one of Australia's most iconic animals. Males can stand over 6 feet tall and leap more than 25 feet in a single bound. They use powerful hind legs and a muscular tail for balance and defense. Kangaroos live in groups called mobs and are highly social, grazing on grasses in open landscapes. Their unique hopping gait is both energy efficient and mesmerizing to watch. No trip to Australia is complete without spotting one of these incredible creatures in the wild. Sleepy, fluffy, and endlessly photogenic, the koala is one of Australia's most beloved animals. Despite often being called a koala bear, it's actually a marsupial. Koalas spend most of their lives in eucalyptus trees, feeding almost exclusively on the leaves, which are low in nutrition and mildly toxic. As a result, koalas sleep up to 20 hours a day to conserve energy. Each has a unique nose print, much like a human fingerprint. Their peaceful, solitary lifestyle and adorable looks have made them global icons of Australian wildlife. Beautiful and deadly, the eastern brown snake is one of the most venomous snakes in the world. Found in eastern and central Australia, it's fast, alert, and highly dangerous when threatened. Despite its reputation, it prefers to avoid humans and only bites when provoked. These snakes are vital in controlling rodent populations and play a key role in the ecosystem. Their smooth, coppery scales shimmer in the sun, a reminder that beauty and danger often go hand in hand in the wild. Think of wallabies as the kangaroo's smaller cousins. They come in many species, from rock wallabies to swamp wallabies, and are found throughout Australia's forests, grasslands, and mountains. Wallabies use their strong legs to bound gracefully and navigate steep terrain. They're shy, solitary, and often seen at dawn and dusk. With expressive eyes and soft fur, wallabies are a favorite among wildlife lovers and photographers. Spiky and strange, the echidna is one of only 2 egg-laying mammals in the world, the other being the platypus.
Covered in spines like a porcupine and equipped with a long, sticky tongue, the echidna feeds on ants and termites. When threatened, it curls into a ball and digs into the earth, leaving only its spines exposed. Despite its appearance, it's a warm-blooded mammal with a pouch, just like a kangaroo. It's a true evolutionary oddity and a living fossil from Australia's ancient past. The platypus looks like someone combined a duck, a beaver, and an otter. And somehow it works. It has a bill like a duck, webbed feet, and lays eggs, despite being a mammal. Found in freshwater streams and rivers in eastern Australia, the platypus uses electroreception in its bill to detect prey underwater, one of only a few mammals with this ability. Males even have venomous spurs on their hind legs. The platypus is proof that evolution in Australia plays by its own rules. Australia's largest bird of prey, the wedge-tailed eagle, has a wingspan of over 7 feet. Its name comes from its long, wedge-shaped tail, which helps it soar effortlessly over open terrain. These powerful birds hunt kangaroos, wallabies, and carrion, and are known to dive at speeds over 150 kilometers per hour. Wedge-tails are often seen riding thermals high above the outback, searching for movement on the ground. They are symbols of strength, freedom, and wild Australia. One of Australia's most recognizable reptiles, the blue-tongued lizard, is famous for, you guessed it, its bright blue tongue. When threatened, it opens its mouth wide and sticks out its tongue to startle predators. These lizards are slow-moving and live in backyards, forests, and bushland. They're non-venomous and eat insects, fruits, and flowers. Friendly and often kept as pets, blue tongues are loved for their quirky behavior and calm nature. From the icy waters of Antarctica to the fiery heart of Africa, from the soaring eagles of Europe to the slow-moving sloths of South America. We've just traveled across all 7 continents, exploring the most incredible animals that share our planet. Each creature we met, big or small, fierce or fragile, plays a role in the delicate web of life. They remind us that Earth's wildlife is extraordinary, but also vulnerable. And the more we learn about them, the more we realize how important it is to protect the wild places they call home. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Which animal surprised you the most? Which one would you love to see in real life? This is Today I Learned About Countries, where we don't just explore borders, flags, or cultures. We explore everything that makes our world amazing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.